has been wet. It's been a really showery, kind of grey, dreary couple of days for mostly coastal New South Wales, but also parts of coastal Queensland there, pretty much all the way along that eastern seaboard of the country. Look, some places in the last 24 hours have had about 60 to 70 millimetres of rain. Most places haven't seen that much. Those higher totals have been fairly sparse and spread apart. A lot of places around 10 to 20 mils, which is not all that much, but when it comes in and it keeps on rolling, it's cloudy, it's a little bit breezy, it's a little bit cold as well. It has been feeling a bit dreary, and that is set to continue for the next couple of days before really picking up over the course of the weekend. We're expecting the wet weather to get a bit more widespread, but also a fair bit more persistent. Once again, primarily focused on eastern New South Wales through the course of this weekend. We could well see some heavier rain on Saturday evening and into Sunday as well. Many places could see around 50 millimetres of rain through the weekend, but some places that'll probably be more like 100 to 150 millimetres, and that's when we really start to look at that risk of seeing some areas of flooding. So potentially a couple more wet days ahead and then picking up just that extra level this weekend.
Yeah, I've read some headlines saying weekend washout. You say that that is going to be contained to the east coast of, say, New South Wales. Which areas in particular are you alert to?
So really the places which look like they might see the most significant rainfall accumulations, those highest numbers of rain through the course of the weekend, tend to really be hugging the coast. It looks to be quite a coastal phenomena over the course of this weekend, but of course that coastal strip in New South Wales is where most of those larger population centres are. So the areas that we're watching closely will be the coast of the Illawarra, the coast of Sydney, the Hunter Coast and even the mid-north coast. Now that's not to say that that entire stretch of coastline will see those higher rainfall totals. We've still got a couple of days ahead where we'll start to focus in and target those maybe more specific areas, but it is that east coast through central New South Wales, including Sydney, which could be in the firing line for those heavier falls.
So do you expect as a result that you may have to issue some weather warnings?
Oh, it's definitely a possibility. Now, it's still a few days away, so we could see things just tone down a little bit, or we could see things ramp up a little bit in all of our information and guidance over the next couple of days. So there's definitely a chance there'll be weather warnings out for rainfall, maybe some warnings out for thunderstorms as well. At the moment, we don't have those warnings active yet, but it is definitely one to watch as that wet weather picks up this weekend.
So Angus, just how unusual is this type of weather that we're seeing now? I mean, are usual weather patterns on hold at the moment?
It's quite a changeable time of year. Those shoulder seasons, both spring and autumn, can bring a real variety of weather and weather patterns. So it's a little bit hard to nail down what's a normal weather pattern for this time of year, but we are certainly fluctuating from one end to the other at the moment. We had a really heavy burst of rain at the start of last month, then several very, very dry weeks across that part of the country, and now it looks like we're in line for another burst of heavy rain. So it's kind of feast or famine rainfall at the moment, ups and downs for sure.
So when can we expect to get the washing dried on the line in one day?
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Look, there'll be a chance today and tomorrow, if you time it right in between those showers, to get a load of washing done, but you have to keep a pretty close eye on the radar, or at least keep an eye on those skies, because those showers coming in from the south could arrive very, very quickly and undo all your good work on the line there. As for a more broad clearance of the wet weather, we are looking at the first half of next week. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to then go into a long stretch of fine sunny conditions, but the worst of the rainfall will be Saturday night and Sunday. It really tones down by Monday, Tuesday, but still just the odd spot of hit and miss shower activity, even through most of next week as well.